Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency continues its assault on the federal government, with DOGE staffers visiting the headquarters of the National Labor Relations Board today. NBC News witnessed 3 young men in business attire, one of whom introduced himself as Justin, being greeted by the board's chairman and general counsel. This comes just one day after a whistleblower alleged in a statement that DOGE caused a security breach at the NLRB and may have illegally removed sensitive data.
Pause. There's always something going on with DOGE, right? So what do you think about this? They said someone alleged that DOGE could have caused a data breach where data was taken illegally. Could have been taken illegally. Again, is an allegation. So what do you guys think about that? There's always something going on with DOGE. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is this staged? Is this just someone, trying to get dirt on Elon Musk? Or do you think this really happened? Do you think Elon Musk and DOGE are really out to just steal everyone's data like so many people do? Let me know in the comments what you think.
The whistleblower is a cybersecurity specialist, and they made the allegations in a sworn declaration submitted to members of Congress and spoke about coming forward with my colleague, Rachel Maddow.
It's really to the point of where I feel like there's a culture of fear in the government right now that we're trying to combat. And by coming forward and standing up, even with this happening, I feel like fear and apathy are the death of democracy.
Joining me now is a member of the House Oversight DOGE Subcommittee, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas. I see you shaking your head. I mean, I thought it was very chilling. Like, he not only came forward as a whistleblower, he's on national television, understanding that a target has likely just been put on his back, but fear, and he talked about fear and apathy. Congresswoman, just your take on the latest DOGE assault that we are now seeing.
Yeah, what I really want people to understand is that this has been painted as Democrats are for, waste, fraud, and abuse, and it's because they are the swamp and that kind of stuff. And I got news for you. The only fraudsters that we see is the one that was actually convicted of fraud in a court, the one who also was found liable as it relates to his businesses for fraud. Him and his goons are the problem in this country right now. And it is so sad when you have a government worker who literally knows that he's going to have a target on his back, but he believes in something bigger than himself. He believes in the ideals of this country. He believes in democracy, and he knows what that means. He knows that it's more than waving a flag and saying that you're a patriot, but it's coming forward and doing the right thing. And right now, the only thing that I'm asking of Americans, no matter what party affiliation you normally associate with, is to decide that you're going to be on the side of right. And right now, everything about this administration is wrong.
And of course, my girl Jasmine Crockett comes out swinging, and she's letting you know how she feels about this administration. She feels this administration is a mob, basically. It has goons, and at the head of the mob is the biggest gangster. I call him Trump Trizzle. And no, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I acknowledge his gangster. He's the most gangster president that we have. And we have a whistleblower who is going to be worried that the mob, Trump Trizzle, and his goons might come for him. So what do you think? Do you think this whistleblower would be safe? Do you think this Donald Trump administration is doing a good job, or are they like the mob, straight gangster? Let me know in the comments.
I will note that Elon Musk has a history with the NLRB. It's an independent federal agency, and there were questions and complaints from his employees at SpaceX in 2022. So it all continues to seem to be connected.
I don't know.
Please.
Yeah, and I don't think that it was just questions or complaints. We know that he was under investigation. And when it came down to the inspector generals, the people that are supposed to make sure that they can be the watchdogs, the impartial watchdogs, this was definitely one of those watchdogs that he wanted to get rid of almost immediately. So we don't have the inspector general that would have been overseeing that investigation, nor any of the investigations around his trashy Teslas either.
Man, that just added fuel to the fire. I said they were the mob. And what does the mob do when people get in your way, when people might hinder you, might snitch on you? They get rid of them. And it sounds like the mob, built up of course, Donald Trump and his camp, which includes Elon Musk, they did just that. They got rid of the loose ends.
You know, this is not just what DOGE is doing is not a Beltway DC story, as I think some people on Fox News and some of my Republican friends would like to believe. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene was asked about this in one of her town halls just recently. I want you to take a listen. She read the question, though. She didn't take a live question. We'll see it.
Why is MTG supporting Musk and DOGE and the slashing of Medicaid, Social Security offices, libraries, and more? This is outrageous, from Sarah. Well, Sarah, unfortunately, you're being brainwashed by the news that you're watching.
Congresswoman.
This is coming from someone who clearly reads on a first grade level, so I don't know why she's trying to clown Sarah.
Shots fired.
Who obviously is a constituent of hers. And what's really sad is this is the woman that oversees the subcommittee on DOGE. And when you think about the things that we should be investigating, we've had to have hearings about whether or not we should get rid of Sesame Street. Instead of her calling for, say, a hearing over something like this, where there is a concern about the fact that we may have Russian infiltration. And I don't even know if it's infiltration at this point, because it seems like this administration wants to cozy up to Russia in all ways. And so for all I know, they just gave over the login information because it seems like they really haven't decided that Russia isn't our friend. Instead, they've done things like gone after Canada and Mexico. So it is unfortunate that we are talking about issues that have to do with our safety, that have to do with our privacy. And we have an administration that I honestly don't know if they're in cahoots or not.
Congresswoman, I have about like 30 seconds left, but I'm sure you got to hear a bit of my conversation with David Hogg. The line right now that is developing within the party are people who are willing to fight and people who don't want to take some extreme tactics. What's your take on the situation?
Listen, one of the things that I was really happy about was when I looked to see how Q1 worked out for certain people. And what we saw is that I had a historic quarter, along with AOC, along with Bernie, along with Senator Chris, I'm blanking right now.
Chris Murphy.
But I wanted... Yes, Chris Murphy. And so what we've seen is that those that were willing to be out front, be vocal, and go head to head with this administration, we can see that the grassroots people, the people on the ground, we weren't getting a ton of money from big donors. I mean, on average, we had small donors that were pouring into us. So I will say that there is agreement that when it comes down to the base and what they're looking for is they're looking for people that will not roll over and act like it's business as usual.
And of course, at the end, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett comes in and questions the integrity of this administration and DOGE itself. So what are your thoughts on this clip? Let me know in the comments. And like always, I'll see you in the next one.